Okay, so here's a little video on how to change these actuators. I've already made a web page, but I didn't do a video last time, so I'm going to try to do one this time. So I replaced the one for the blend door way up there like 5 years ago, and it's clicking again. So I'm going to replace it again. So to remove it, I removed this lower panel, 2 screws, and unplugged the connectors. Unscrewed a couple of bolts to remove the steel plate that's underneath the steering column, the plastic that goes around the steering wheel, 1 screw that holds on the top piece, 2 screws that hold on the bottom piece. This dash cover piece just pops off, no tools. The front piece pops off, no tools. 4 screws on the instrument cluster. You have to remove both grab rails, 2 screws on each side. Then you can remove this plastic A-pillar, just pops off, no tools. There's a plastic that goes all the way along the front dash that just pops off. Just use a pick. Unplug the connector, done deal. There's some 6mm bolts down here. You can use a 10mm socket. There's only 3. Most Nissans usually have like 5. Same thing on the glove box door. There's like 4 screws on the top, 2 on the bottom. Pretty straightforward. Everybody's taking those off to get to the filters and stuff. The airbag needs to be disconnected next. It's right here. You can reach up and feel 2 10mm bolts right here. I'm going to do that next, plus the electrical connector. Radio, since it's got a console. Now this is an 05 Armada, by the way. Typical, lift up the thing, pops it out, no tools. You lift out this little door. It gives you room. Slides off. Take out the knob, obviously, first. And then this whole thing just pops off, no tools needed. This should all come off next. I'm taking this off the wall. It just pops off, I think. Kind of violently. Taken it off a million times. And after I take off that and the airbag, I think that's it. What else did I take off? Steering wheel execution thing that was on here. You don't need to remove these lower panels, I don't believe. This is where the tools for that, obviously. There's one of the actuators there. I changed that one like 6 years ago. There's another one up in there somewhere. I don't remember if I changed it or not. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did, because I remember taking all this out. The BCM module. And then I think it's like right beyond the BCM module. So that one's been changed. Don't remember if that one's been changed, I forget. It's been years. But yeah, I think that's it. Took me last time 8 hours. Took me a long time to figure out how everything came apart. It's actually pretty easy once you do it. I'm gonna rip this out, disconnect the airbag. I'll be back, and then I think this top cover comes off then. I think it's been about half an hour or so far. Here's the, what do we call it, the radio cluster. For those who asked how to get this thing out, you gotta take out the 4 screws in the back to replace or fix that knob. Anyways, man, I think I'm already like halfway done almost. So I took out the cluster, 4 screws, 1 connector. This thing, like I thought, just pops out. I took out the airbag, 2 10mm nuts, straight from the bottom with a 12-inch extension. And we're moving along. Oh, and then there was, let me show you this. I forgot about this little secret bolts. Underneath here, there's a couple of, what are these, like 4mm, 5mm bolts? They're an 8mm head, but they're hidden underneath this tape. So, put it on the floor. And I got to disconnect all these electricals. And I think the dash is, I got to disconnect the airbag and it's ready to come out. Wow, I can't believe I'm halfway done. This has actually been 30 minutes.
We finally got the big girl fit in the car. We require a small amount of
There you go.
and removal of everything off the side of the engine. That's a good sign. Pretty much bolts through that. It's like just hangs from the floor. Now we make engine mounts? Yeah. I mentioned before, Matt came over last night and talking and telling me about the engine because it's thing in the world, but you can see the truck's a long way away from the engine mount. And his suggestion was to use some thick wall steam pipes. These were bent up to make a chassis rail for a hot rod. Workbench while Al finishes welding up the new engine mount brackets. Once he's done, it's jacked up and secured onto a gearbox jack so it can be easily positioned into place and bolted up to the underside of the car.
Okay, I got it out. So yeah, I forgot about those 6 screws along the top. So there's 3 bolts and there's 6 screws, and then there's 2 wires on the airbag. I'd only disconnected 1 plus 2 nuts, and it's really not that much holding it in, believe it or not. Taking this out by myself is kind of a pain, so I dropped down the steering column. I took out the 2 nuts here. I'll show you that in a second. I loosened another one. I'll show you that separately. But doing it by myself, this is the third 3-car garage, so I'm up against a wall over there, and so I can't even open the door. And it's like 5 o'clock, and it's 96 degrees. It's like 94 degrees. It's the middle of July, and I'm in the garage. Too hot to be doing this. Okay, here's the dash pad completely out. You can see there's no wires in it. This is my aftermarket radio USB extension. So the only wires that are connected to the dash pad to the vehicle is the 2 airbag connectors. Pop out that clip. And there's 2 nuts to hold the airbag in to the dash. Not to be confused with these 4 bolts, or these 8 that go all the way around the thing. I actually popped these off because these are super easy to get to. But it's these that you need to remove. They're the only 2 that need to come off to get the airbag out. And so I didn't want to take the column steering wheel off, so I just dropped the column down. Took out these 2 nuts. And then there's another one in the back here that I removed the nut from, and it moved a little bit, and I had to actually loosen this one in here on a funky angle. It's like an 8mm bolt. It looks like a 12mm socket head. But that allowed me to drop the steering wheel all the way down, get out of the way so I could just lift it out. If you're doing this by 2 people, you probably don't need to do that. Took me about an hour, just a hair over an hour. I got interrupted by my daughter a few times. And again, it's summertime. It's like 95 degrees a day, middle of July, Texas. And I'm in the garage taking out the dash. This is not a good time to do this, but I want to put this thing up for sale, buy a Frontier. So, now I gotta get to the actuator. As you can clearly see, you can't see it, but it's like right here somewhere. So I gotta pop this off. I think I took all these off last time, I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to put a screw back in these 2 holes. Oh, I think I thought the dash went on top of it. So let me take that off. There it is, there's the actuator. I can see it, and the trick is don't try to remove the bolts that hold it in. Remove these little bolts that hold the plate. I spent a lot of time last time trying to remove those. I even ran to the hardware store and tried to get another wrench. But you gotta remove the smaller bolts. These. Remove this whole plate. And so the only thing I removed, I think, was 3 screws that hold on this one duct here. And the one little duct behind it. I think it was like 1 screw. Or maybe it was 1 over here, 1 over there. So I think I took all this out last time, but I really don't need to. I think I can. Maybe I'll take it out just to get it out of my way. I don't think there's much holding it in actually. Just give me lots of room. Oh, there's a screw over there. No, that's actually a crack. I just gotta take out these two electrical hold that clips. What is holding you down? There's probably another bolt somewhere that I'm not. Oh, I got all this electrical wire here. Undo all these things. Oh. I think I can do it without taking that off. I'm gonna put one bolt there, one bolt there, one bolt in the back. Yeah, a guy reached through on YouTube and put his hand through here and replaced it. There is quite a bit of room through here, but oh, let me see. Oh, I can't get my hand through the glove box hole. But I'm the kind of guy I'd rather take everything apart instead of trying to make it hard on myself. That's just me though. This big old wire harness. I know I didn't take all this out last time. But I see you, little actuator. Let me just I like to get rid of this big huge mama jama. I got this rid of this last time because the fasteners are missing. Stand by. Okay, so I've got out 2 of the 3 screws. You can see the back one is the tricky one. I don't know if that's blurry or not, or if that's just me. But here's the other actuator that I've never replaced, I bought. And I think I tried to replace it, but it wouldn't come off or something. God, it sure looks replaceable. This is the fresh air door. I've got a brand new one. Luckily this one still works. Oh, there's my new filters I just put in. But I don't know why I didn't change that last time. There's a bolt right there, there's a bolt there. I think I took it off, but it was hitting this. But actually that's just a block. That just comes off. That's a hold down clamp to hold on these lines. So I think that would be changeable. I wonder if I should put my new one on I bought 5 years ago. Interesting, I didn't realize, yeah, because this thing has to come back. I think that's totally changeable. The book says you have to take the whole AC unit out, drain the radiator, drain the AC coolant. But no, that looks like it's serviceable. Oh, that's cool, that's good to know. Okay, so I'm going to use my little wrench, 5.5 millimeter. Already got it about 4 turns. And I'll pop out that plate. Okay, that was easy to get out. So you can see there's 3 screws that hold it in. Don't try to remove the actuator because this screw right here is like impossible to get to. But there was some tension on that white thing. You can see the mounts in there. There's actually quite a lot of room in here, surprisingly. If I could get this thing off, it would be a lot easier. Look, I'm sweating in here. But I gotta pop these pins out. I think I had this off last time. Anyways, I'm 50% done. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna tear this thing apart and see if it's broken. I think it says on here 122.11. That must have been when I replaced it. I bought this thing I think in 11. That was 7 years ago. I think about 5 or 6 years ago. Anyways, you can see these things are all date stamped. I got some other brand new ones. Well, they should be the exact same date as this. I did change one in the Quest, the 04 Quest, about a year after I did this one. So I don't know if those new ones I got are for that. Can't remember. Alright, let me tear it apart. Okay, so here we go. I cracked it open. This is the one I bought and installed. Let's just read it. Basically says 122.11, 1400. But yeah, it's broken. It was making the clicking noises. Still everything was working fine. AC and heat was working. It was making that woodpecker noise as they call it. Looks like one tooth is missing there. camera focus. And I see two teeth in there floating around. But I only see one missing. I see one missing here. Oh, and one missing here. So one on there, one on there. So I wonder what caused it. This is the new redesigned one. I wonder if I should go to the dealer and buy another new one. The redesigned. They probably redesigned it again. I gotta see if the spares I have. I don't know what happened. I think I bought a whole bunch. I bought too many or something. I think I was gonna do a bunch of the Quest when I bought the Quest. I think it ended up being a different one, or I think it was the same one, but I bought a whole bunch. Made in USA, part number. How blurry is this me? Why is this not working? I don't know if I can focus. Okay, so that's a ZH004. This one is ZH00A. And this is the white one. I remember this is the one for the fresh air door. Okay, so I've got two of these same partner now. They're the same as the one I took out.